In the last class, we have seen the basics of Z transform. Now we are continuing with that. Here, the ROC means region of convergence. It's the same thing we have discussed in Laplace transform, where that signal is in continuous domain, but here the signal is in discrete domain. If for the discrete signal, we are calculating the Z transform. Here also, we have the concept of ROC, region of convergence. Okay, what is the region of convergence? It is the value of Z at which the series is converging. That means it will be giving you some answer, some finite answer. Okay, okay. If Z is not under this ROC, if Z is outside the ROC, then will not get any realistic answer here. So that means what is the definition? Okay, see, before going to the definition, then what is that formula? That x of Z is equal to summation n minus infinite to plus infinite x of n Z power minus n. Okay, so once if you expand this series, okay, see, you can put n value from minus infinite to plus infinite, you will be getting infinite numbers, infinite terms. Then whether finally all the terms, all the summation is converging or diverging. Okay, so again, at what value of Z, okay, that series, summation series is convergent, okay, that Z value, that region of Z is called region of convergence. Okay, so what is ROC? The value of Z for which the summation in the above equation, summation in above equation converges is called region of convergence, is called region of convergence. And what is the significance of this ROC? Okay, in the Laplace transform itself, we have seen with help of ROC itself, we can say whether the given time domain signal is causal or non-causal, stable or unstable. That and all we can easily tell with help of ROC. Then what is the main difference between the ROC of Z transform and the ROC of Laplace transform? Okay, so ROC for Laplace and okay, so ROC is there for Laplace transform and also for Z transform. Then what is the difference? Okay, in Laplace transform, the ROC is a strip of line parallel to y-axis, parallel to j omega axis. Okay, here ROC is a line. ROC is a line parallel to j omega axis. Parallel to j omega axis. But in case of Z transform, the ROC is a circle. Okay, ROC is a circle. Again, here the region of ROC is either right to the line or left to the line. That means region can be either on the left or right or in the middle. Okay, either left or right, or whenever there are two lines, then there may be a region between the lines. Okay, that means left or right or in between. But here, the ROC is either inside the circle or outside the circle or between the circle. So here the region of ROC is inside the circle, or outside the circle, okay, or between the circle, okay, or between the circle. Okay, here also between the line. Okay, so in case of Laplace transform, ROC is a line. Here ROC is a circle. That means the region may be inside the circle or outside the circle. Okay, that means suppose if my circle is here, ROC can be like this, or sometime ROC can be like this, or if there are two terms like this, then ROC may be here in between. So these are all the possibilities. Here we may have a ROC like this, okay, or we may have a ROC like this, or otherwise we may have a ROC between two lines. Okay, so these are all some similarities, okay, between the ROC of Laplace transform and is a transform. And then what is the other similarities? Okay, see, in case of Laplace, okay, in case of Laplace, okay, if the signal is right-sided, ROC will go right side of the line. Okay, see, if signal is right-sided, okay, then ROC goes towards right. Okay, towards right. Okay, then what happens here? Here, if the signal is right-sided, okay, if signal is right-sided, okay, ROC is outside the circle. ROC is outside the circle. ROC is outside the circle. Okay, suppose if the signal is left-sided, okay, the signal defined for only negative time. If the signal is left-sided, then ROC goes towards left. Whereas here, ROC is inside the circle. Suppose if signal is left-sided, okay, then ROC is inside the circle. Inside the circle. Suppose if the signal is two-sided, if signal is two-sided, then ROC is between the line. ROC is between the lines. Here, if signal is two-sided, then ROC is between the circle. Then ROC is between the circles. So these are all the some similarities between the ROC of Laplace transform and Z transform. Then what is the significance of ROC? Okay, with help of ROC, what we can do? Okay, what is the significance of ROC? Once if we know the ROC, we can easily say whether the given signal is a causal signal or non-causal signal. Okay, so again, before that, we can have some idea about whether the series is convergent or divergent. So first of all, ROC gives an idea about values of Z for which is a transform can be calculated. Is a transform can be calculated. Then it is used to determine the causality of the system. Used to determine the causality of the system. Again, used to determine the stability of the system. Used to determine the stability of the system. And in future, we'll see under what condition of ROC the system becomes stable and the system becomes causal, and all we'll see study. We'll be seeing in detail in the future. Okay, then finally, we'll see the similarities in the formulas between the discrete time Fourier transform, okay, then Z transform. In case of discrete time Fourier transform, x of e power j omega is equal to summation n minus infinity to plus infinite x of n e power minus j omega n. And now clearly we know that the similarities between the discrete time Fourier transform and Z transform formula is here. That is, we can replace Z with e power j omega n. So for a moment, we will relax about the R. R is equal to 1. Okay. Now R is equal to 1. Okay, so now if Z is equal to e power j omega n, that means we can replace e power j omega n with Z. So that means what? Here, instead of e power, sorry, it's not n, it is only e power j omega. So that means x of wherever e power j omega is there, simply put z. So that is z. Again here, summation n minus infinity to plus infinite. X of n, okay, z, okay, e power j omega, I can put like z, already minus n is there. That means z power minus n. So that means what? For a signal, for a given signal, if you are able to write discrete time Fourier transform as well as Z transform, then this is the simple conversion. That means R value is here 1. That means in general, Z is equal to R e power j omega. When you put R is equal to 1, that means you can write, for that signal, you can write both discrete time Fourier transform as well as the Z transform. So when for a given signal, if you are not able to write the discrete Fourier transform, okay, but we can write the Z transform, that time R will not be 1, R will be having some other value. It may be greater than 1 or it may be less than 1. Okay, see the mod Z value may be greater than 1 or it may be less than 1. So that means when exactly R is equal to 1, that means mod Z is equal to 1. That means exactly you are on the unit circle. So exactly you are on the unit circle. So if you want to write the, if you want to calculate the discrete time Fourier transform from Z transform, simply apply Z equal to e power j omega, and please remember that that time R is equal to 1. Okay, if you are not able to write discrete time Fourier transform for a given signal, but we may able to write the Z transform. But where the ROC comes into the picture, that means ROC is the region of convergence. That means Z value may be greater than 1 or it may be less than 1. Okay, that is really decided by the summation series. Okay, see, finally we have to converge that series. Okay, under what condition the series is converging? Sometime mod Z is greater than 1, the series may converge, or sometime if it is less than 1, the series may converge. Again, it need not to be always mod Z is equal to 1. Sometime mod Z may be greater than some value, that is A. A may be greater than 1 or less than 1. Similarly, mod Z may be less than A. Again, here A may be greater than 1 or less than 1. So exactly, if you want to get discrete time Fourier transform from Z transform, simply apply this transformation. And also please remember, in general, Z is equal to R e power j omega, whereas for this conversion, we will be using R is equal to 1. Okay. Thank you.